Welcome back. It's been a moment. Many things have happened. New secrets uncovered. The plot of the Gold Spark has now been made much more apparent to the powers that be in the city of Glam. After a very chaotic fight during the Frostfire Gala, you were able to subdue one of your assailants while the others were not so lucky due to some very particular gouging of eyes and noses. After cleaning yourselves up and coordinating a little bit with the council, you decided that you needed a bit of a rest before figuring out next steps. You reconvened at the inn, got yourselves cleaned up, got out of your fancy ball gown wear, and have now greeted the new day, ready to move forward. So what is the plan?
We have a meeting with Linway, right?
Yes.
So
Over a brunch, not brunch.
Oh, yeah.
Brunch, not brunch.
So this is the evening. Or is this the
If you wanted to talk about things in the evening time, you can. Otherwise, this is like right after you have woken up, gotten yourselves just ready for the day.
Okay, so...
And then going to meet with Elenwe and, I don't know, ask questions, figure things out.
I'm going to see if Bob wants to run back to the inn with me since I've been up all night studying to grab a cup of coffee and a change of clothes so we can go to brunch because I'm a little tired, but I'm not sleeping.
I think I'm going to just organize the notes here and get them ready to pass along.
Okay.
The morning crew should be here soon. I'll fill them in.
All right. So I'll head back to the inn and get my morning breakfast and coffee, or the equivalent of.
Hamrix and Paekis, what are you two doing to get ready for the day? And Icafan.
I'm making sure that I have, like daggers hidden in my boots and things like that. So I'm
Strapping up.
strapping.
Do I have enough time to go find my friend Rintintin before we have to brunch?
Sure.
Brunch, not brunch.
Yeah. Say there's about an hour of time before Elenwe is expecting you. There's more than enough time to meet up with Rin.
Do we know where Rin went?
He had been staying not in this inn, but in there's a few other smaller like safe houses.
Okay.
He didn't want to bring any unnecessary attention to his, the other people that may know that he's here and still on the job. Maintaining the air of subterfuge.
Gotcha. Yeah, so I would say after I, put away my fancy cloak, I'm gonna go find Rin and follow up with him.
Where are you going?
I'm gonna go find Rin.
Do you need backup?
Would you like to come?
Yeah?
Okay, let's go.
Okay.
More the merrier.
The more the merrier, you say?
Yes. Would you like to come, Icafan? Your bees might be a welcome addition.
Very well. I was going to keep them here for the brunch, not brunch, but I suppose I can, I can strap them up. Sure.
All right, well, here we go.
While you are heading up to see Rin, Zath, you came across a rather dense amount of information regarding your genealogy. Specifically, the book that you found that has the most of the connections in it is this huge silver-plated book. You found it near the section of shelving that dealt with the history about the mountains of creation, those first giants that helped shape Jotunheim into what it was. Going all the way back to that lineage, you've been able to trace your bloodline to the blood of the firsts.
What? Gwendolyn?
Gwelwyn Peakstrider, which is one of the first giant.
Sweet.
The first giant.
The first. So does that make me a noble now?
Beyond noble.
Oh.
This is lineage that dates back to the very first giant ever to exist.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that. All right. Well,
it's a long line. It's been many centuries since then.
You're a wizard.
I am a wizard.
But in regards, like, you are held in like a noble status.
Oh, sweet.
You don't get the pomp and frills of it, but people will look at you and be like, oh yes, hello. As that becomes more known and verified.
Yeah.
You also found out that because of that, your ties to air magic specifically are far more adept than most other giants.
So that kind of explains my wizardy powers in general. Sweet. I've been wondering about that.
There's been an ease for you to learn certain spells that deal with the manipulation of atmosphere around you, and those come like second nature.
I'm a goof.
What'd you just say?
I said I'm a goof.
Oh.
I called you an airbender.
Little did you know. Very much so.
Am I the last air? No, I'm joking.
Like I said, I'm a goof. That's cool, though.
I went from no family to all the family in the world. Love it.
Highfalutin family.
Still family.
While you contemplate your newly found family, within that list, you do find that there are a number of those family members that are still alive to this day. So you can search some of them out.
I think
Some may even be right here, very close.
very close.
Very close.
I will definitely, after our brunch, go see if I can meet up with Thanrir? I can never say his name right.
Landthyr.
Landthyr.
Your great-great-grandfather.
Yes. Great. But I think brunch is more important at the moment.
Brunch, not brunch.
Brunch, not brunch.
So they've already gotten themselves ready for the day. You kind of do a little like tag on the way in and out through the door. Ships in the morning.
It's like, need coffee.
Maybe a quick bath. Just fresh clothes. So you other three.
Here we come, walking down the street.
You're able to find Rin waiting outside of the Ice City, looking just as eager as the rest of you to get a jump on the events that are going to take place during the brunch, not brunch.
He's coming to brunch, not brunch?
He's making himself available. But you do see him waiting outside the gates, shuffling a little bit, kind of shifting his weight almost nervous.
You should be nervous. I'm not going to punch him in the face right now. That wouldn't be paladin-like.
Did you see what he was doing while I was wrapped around the head of a giant?
No, because I was entering the fracas with the other assassin with Wooly Bully. I can't think of his name. Evan, not Evan. Barrack. Thank you. I knew it was a B. I was going to call him Borax. I knew that wasn't right. Barrack. So I didn't really see what he was doing, but I think that's what we should figure out is what he was doing.
Did we see him after the fight?
No, because he got puked up on.
Oh, and he was able to sneak out.
Yeah, he was cleaning up, and then he vanished.
Yeah, let's
Barrack
figure
talked
that
to him
out.
afterwards.
Did Barrack talk to him?
A little bit. Just a brief aside of just like, I'll trust you, but don't mess it up.
That's right. We're like, so we, obviously approach him. Rin?
Amerix, good morning. Paekis, Icafan. How are you after last night's events?
It was eventful, that's for sure.
Fortunately, pretty common for us.
Well, we're no strangers to a ruckus good time.
You kind of missed out on the
Ruckus.
good time part of it. Yes? Were you cleaning
I
up?
was occupied and being aided in getting
Cleaned up.
unsullied.
Unsullied.
The way you could say it.
It's not my finest moment.
Who cleaned you up?
A couple of the workers that were helping to pass out the hors d'oeuvres, and one of the guards seeped beneath the armor and got into my fur. Took a little bit of extra time and still had to take about 4 more baths afterwards just to really get it all out.
Did look pretty gross.
Anyways, I was thinking about my contact here, and if he's the one orchestrating these attacks, I think he needs to be dealt with before he can make us go away.
So your contact, the clerk that I saw you having the discussion with the other day?
Yes, Drugathar.
Yeah, he's that sleeper agent. Gold Spark.
He's been involved with them for a number of years now, and I'm not sure how committed he is, but he does take his role very seriously. Being the point of contact for any of the other mercenaries that are in this area, I feel like if we can break the chain of communication, at the very least can buy us some time to get away.
Should we kidnap him and see what he has to say?
I don't know if kidnapping is necessary, but definitely asking questions and interrogating him is on my mind.
Okay.
Perhaps we could do so in a private place, away from others that we forcibly bring him to. A napping of some sort.
I mean, if you could extricate him from any place that, from wandering eyes and lingering ears. Yeah, that's preferred.
Well, you could set up a meeting with him, correct?
Yeah, forcibly or not forcibly.
If he is currently in his office, that's actually not that bad of a place. It's pretty secluded. The door can be locked. No one ever really goes in there unless they're shuffling paperwork or picking up a job.
Okay. We'll follow you.
Right. This way.
Do we have time for this now, before brunch, not brunch?
Oh.
Or should we...
You still got about half hour, 40 minutes before brunch, not brunch.
Do you feel
And
like
you're
a
already
kidnapping?
in the same building.
Kidnapping
Yeah, a
before
small
brunch?
amuse-bouche.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
It's,
Sorry, that was funny.
it's really more of just a meeting with snackies.
I mean, it's basically brunch then. Okay, yeah, then we can do it. Sure. All right.
We have some info for Elinway, maybe.
Yeah. It would be a good thing to perhaps get more information for her before your meeting.
That's what I mean.
Yes.
You have more beyond...
No, I'm
Drogthar.
agreeing with you.
Oh, yes. Okay. What?
We're gonna trust him.
We're whispering about whether we're gonna trust him.
So as Rin
Takes
starts to
us away,
lead
yeah.
up the stairs and down the hallway towards the Hall of Affairs, you linger back a little bit to...
So the reason I was asking him about questioning him was because if he was gonna say no, I think we should just take him out. Then I was
Fair
thinking
enough.
that he thought maybe he would give information on him.
That's true. Fair enough. I'm okay with that.
He seemed totally down for the questioning, which was intriguing.
Intriguing. Well, let's see where this goes. Can I roll a perception check to see if he's being, like, deceptive?
It'd be an insight check.
Oh, God. I have no insight. Not bad. 18.
Ooh.
Oh.
Look at me.
Nice.
You've known Amrix for a while. You have a pretty solid bead on his tone, his inflections. Whether you may agree with some of his personal views is aside, but you do know when he is being truthful with you,
Mm-hmm.
and he seems like he's being pretty straightforward with
On the
you.
level. All right. Well, let's roll then. See what I did there.
Eh.
In honor.
You arrive at the door to the Hall of Affairs, and Rin is already in the process of knocking to see if Drogathar is in fact there. As you approach, you can hear from the other side of the door, "Come in." So he opens the door. You see that Drogathar is sitting there behind his desk, shuffling a few papers, a little frantic, but upon seeing both Rin and yourselves closely in tow, a flash of panic moves across his face.
So
As he
kind of-
quickly tries to hello, hello.
I close the door and you hear the click of the door locking.
Hi there.
Good morning. How may I be of service? Records or invoices?
We were hoping to get some information.
Okay, perhaps the archives.
I don't know about that.
I'm gonna pull out a bow
Hmm.
and start picking my teeth with it. Or an arrow, I'm sorry.
I was like,
I'm
either
gonna
way.
pull out an arrow.
Flossing
Start
one.
flossing.
That's intimidating. I mean, the picking
I
your
would be
teeth and the bow. Yeah, I was gonna say that's intimidating. But when you take the whole bow out and floss, that's
It's a weird
that's
flex.
I'm like, oh my god.
It's Flair.
Nice.
Yeah, he looks down at you in utter confusion. What?
Don't worry about her. She's the least of your problem.
Arrow.
One that gouged the eyeballs last night.
We're just, hoping that you could give us some more personally relevant information about yourself, other hobbies and interests you have.
Known acquaintances, alive, deceased.
You see him kind of like shift back a bit in his seat. What do you need to know? And what do you plan on doing to me?
Some of that's up to you, I think.
And some of it's up to her. How much? That's up to you. Didn't work. I said it's up to you after you said it's up to you. It was almost good.
What?
It's almost good.
I mean, I'm
No,
sure.
sorry.
I'm sure you heard what she did to your acquaintance last night. So
I was informed as to the disturbances at the gala. Parties aren't really my kind of thing, so I decided to get some work done.
yes, of course. We're familiar with
Clearly.
your work. Wink. My battle axe comes out.
You start picking your teeth with it?
No. I'm cleaning my nails. Giving myself a mani
Yeah.
with my battle.
We have very good hygiene in this group.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's where cleanliness is next to godliness.
I take a dart out and begin twirling it between my fingers.
Icafan does a baton routine, throws it up,
He starts cleaning
catches
his
it behind
ears.
his back.
I misread the situation.
Even Rin at this point is just kind of like, okay. I feel like we're getting off on the wrong foot. I think we just want to have a conversation about, look, drugs are, they know about all of this, and I want out. I want a guaranteed out. I know you can't provide that or sign off on it. So we're just looking to figure out how much do we actually need you here? Do you have any value left? So with that, I would say one of you make an intimidation check with advantage because of all of the things that you are all doing collectively in this moment.
Not be me.
I've got some really good
Intimidation?
intimidation.
That'd be 18.
Okay.
That's with advantage.
I haven't been here for that long. I've only been involved with them for about 10 years.
Only?
Mm-hmm. I've only been up here for a few months. Relocated, I guess, to gather more intel, expand.
While he's talking, I'm gonna saunter around to kind of flank him, make sure he doesn't have any shenanigans going on behind the desk.
Make a perception check.
Oh gosh, dang it! Oh, I know absolutely nothing. 6.
His posture is fairly relaxed. His hands are still on the desk. He's keeping them in view. You don't see any kind of shenanigans or tomfoolery. But that's about it.
But can I still move kind of on that?
Yeah, you move around.
Okay.
Like,
Perfect.
you can see that there are drawers
Yeah.
and such, like a typical desk. It's a very large, heavy office desk. Lots of compartments and things. His feet are and legs are still tucked underneath it a little bit more, so you can't quite get a good view of that.
I just don't want any kind of, sneaky sneaks.
Yes.
And it's a part of intimidation, too, because I want him to know that if he tries anything, I'm within striking distance.
Just positioning yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Most of what I've been told to do up here has just been send people on reconnaissance and acquisition missions. Similar crews have been set up like this across Svartalheim, Vanaheim. This isn't a local one-off kind of thing. There's a network. There's a wide reach with a lot of fingers on all of the pulses.
So you didn't have any... So you did not send the assassins last night?
I did.
You did.
The order was from me. The order was from the Gold Spark, but came from them to me, and then from me to those people you met last night. So in a way, I'm just the messenger, and don't want to axe the messenger. I'm just leaning away from you ever so slightly.
I'm gonna grab, is there like a piece of paper and a pencil on the desk?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna grab the paper and the pencil. I need names, places, dates, the setup. How do you get contacted? I need everything that you know.
Messages come by Raven for most standard orders. Anything that is more immediate or urgent can sometimes be sent through magical means, but they try not to use that as much.
The Raven is cooler.
I mean, sometimes it's just nice to have visitors from time to time that aren't, sully and brash. Look, I can hold off communications for a time, maybe a few days or a week at most, before they get suspicious, to give all of us some time to extricate ourselves.
Oh, you want out?
Well, I've failed in my mission, and that's not going to go well for me. You don't really have a demotion procedure. It's just...
Sounds like a cool club. Sounds like you made some good choices in life.
When you grow up with not a lot, it's very easy to get distracted with the shiny things, and when you're promised gold and wealth and status, all the things that you don't have, just for belonging and making it feel like you belong, it feels good.
For simple men.
Who else? Are you aware of any other contacts that are here from the Gold Spark that may, be here to take care of you since you failed epically? in your mission?
Since I'm more of the main point of contact, the rest of the operatives in Jotunheim right now wouldn't really know what to do, since they just kind of go on their jobs. Unless they were given the order directly from someone else, it's not likely.
But there are other operatives here.
In the city, yes. And throughout Jotunheim.
Names.
Honestly, don't know all of their names. Some of them just use nicknames, and so I don't need to write them for you. If I can just reach in this drawer, there's a ledger. It has all the information in it.
Okay.
He'll grab it.
Yeah. Okay. He just points to the drawer.
Yep. So I come around, open the drawer, make sure it's not booby trapped.
Investigation.
Nice.
19.
It's not trapped.
Okay.
Or locked.
Awesome. So then I open the drawer, and is this it? It's sitting on the top.
Yeah,
or whatever.
There's like a small stack of like parchment strips and some envelopes, and right next to that is a blue leather-bound journal.
Now, you said that you would hold off communication for a few days, maybe a week, before they get suspicious.
Yes.
And that, certainly helps us. But you were going to do that anyway to help yourself. Besides this ledger that we now have, what use are you to us?
There's more information. There's a council member that's in our pocket.
Which one?
Thule.
Aww.
Is that your friend?
No, but I know who it is. Sorry.
She's being paid to look the other way on some of our less than discreet missions, as well as give us intel as to where some more unique items might be and how to access them.
What items would that be? What are you looking for? Or what is Gold Spark looking for?
Various magical items. Honestly, I wouldn't know how to put any of it together or understand why or how any of it works, but things that are difficult to find, rarities, anything from jewels to weaponry to magically enchanted items.
So they're still looking for everything, right? They don't have everything they need.
I don't know what the end goal is.
Okay.
I don't know what they need all these things for. If it's all for something, or if they're each for different things.
So you had no,
Is he lying? That's what I want to see, is because I think... Can we see if he's lying?
insight?
Yeah.
It's an insight check.
Oh, God.
Only we had a zone that made people tell the truth.
Well, but I just rolled an unnatural 20.
You're right. We don't need magic. We have really good dice.
But yeah, I do have Zone of Truth. If you want, if you want me to roll it out, I can. I forgot all about that.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Does he honestly not know what they're looking for, or what it's for?
He's with that. You're able to tell that he's trying to get out of here with his life. And as soon as he got caught like this, it was that immediate recognition of oh, this is bad. Like, it's not just, the club with the promise of the good things to make you feel better, but like they're doing mean shit.
Okay. Fair enough. Okay, continue. Sorry, Paekis.
I was just
That kind of answered my question.
trying to
No.
make sure that my parents were set up for comfort in their later years, and like we didn't. This wasn't done out of malice. This was just. I thought it was a job, and there's thieves guilds all over the place.
So you had no idea what kind of group this was, but you were okay doing things like sending assassins to kill people?
There's good people and bad people, and if your employers are telling you that those are bad people, then it's, I don't know, not my pay grade.
Okay.
Way to absolve yourself on that one. I'm sure, the ducking off of all moral weight in any decision you've made has been great for your whole deal.
I didn't know.
And what a burden that is that you do not have to carry.
Well, I'm glad that you're not dead. I don't know what. I don't know. I don't know what else to do. But if you want out, and he looks at Rin, and if you need to deal with these people, I don't have any way to help you other than to buy you some time. I don't have power or influence beyond that. It's all I could do.
Do you have any idea the type of people you've been working for? Or what they have been up to?
Not really.
We can fill him in later. Is brunch not brunch only with
Linway.
in Linway? Or is there going to be other council members there?
I think it's just a Linway. Unless she brings somebody, I'm pretty sure it's just a Linway.
Should we bring him with us?
To keep an eye on him?
One, and to have him tell her everything that he knows. It's just a thought.
I'm not there.
Oh, right.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm still getting coffee and probably on my way to the Hall
We
of
could.
Records.
Or we could tie him up and shove him into a closet.
That works too.
That works too.
If we do bring him, I think that we should have a conversation with Elenway, and I don't think he should be privy to that.
Gotcha.
And then but if he is there for part of the conversation, he could tell what he knows.
Well, and again, if he's wanting to get out and everything, if we can trust him,
I mean, I don't really trust this guy, but
not to, sell us down the river.
he did try to kill us for money.
Yeah, but he seems like a nice guy. I'm just kidding.
Look, I
He's
was
really turned to
I
leave
was told to make the bad guys dead.
without confirming.
With the tools that I had. Are you not trying to do the same thing?
But you're the bad guys.
Make it make sense. But I don't know what this plan is that they have.
Did you know that if you were going to fail this mission of having us assassinated, that they would then want your head?
It's been alluded to, not so vaguely, on occasion. But after seeing the display that happened last night, it caused me to rethink a few things, and
Because we're a lot scarier than them?
I don't think that you're necessarily scarier than them. Like, if we were all in the same room together, I would still probably be more afraid of them than of you. But, it's close.
It's more of the fact that we are an immediate and current threat. Like, I am scared of both bears and lions, but I'm a lot closer to the bears.
I mean, he's more of a lion, really.
I'm just wondering what changed your mind last night, other than the fact that...
Yeah, we're not dead.
Was able to overhear some of the conversation after the guests left when you interrogated the one and explained to the council why things like this were happening. Information I was previously unaware of. And now I've made the decision that I don't want to be involved with that.
All right. Well, now that you have made the decision to no longer be willfully ignorant of something...
Seems a bit harsh,
so
but I'll take it. That's fair.
Blatantly obvious, we now have the issue of having to deal with you. So, we have a meeting with a council member. And if you sincerely want out, which honestly I could care less whether you make it out or not, although I value the information that you have, you could come and share the information that you have with this council member. I'm not really giving you it's not like a question, I guess.
Really, yeah, you're not. It's not an ask.
More so just telling you that's where we're at.
No, I've gathered.
It's not an ask.
Good. It's not an ask.
I'm gonna ask, and this kind of spaced my mind, but I opened the journal, the ledger, if you will. Can I read it? Is it in common, or does it make sense? Is it coded? Is it magical? Do I need is it like the Marauder's map where I need a spell to read it?
To read it, you open up the journal, and it's readable if you know the language.
Do I know the language?
What languages do you know?
Common and Draconic.
It is not something that you can discern. It's definitely giant rune in some kind of ledger code or shorthand.
In Thieves' Camp? Is it Thieves' Camp for 100?
It is not Thieves' Camp specifically. No, it's more of a bookkeeping shorthand.
Got it.
Would someone proficient in business know bookkeeping shorthand?
Icafan would absolutely recognize the structure of the writing, and unless Icafan knows giant, he could not still read it though.
Icafan, do you know giant?
I'm afraid I understand the structure of what is written here, but not the specifics. For all I know, someone could have ordered a sandwich with no bread, extra mayonnaise, and some pickles on the side.
Sounds good.
Sandwich.
Brunch.
Well, it's a good thing we have
Brunch,
a
not
giant
bread.
friend.
Yeah, because if not, we're going to come back and make you decipher this. Droggy.
Say by this time, the brunch not brunch is about 5-10 minutes out. Luckily, it's across the hall, basically.
All right, so we're going to. Are we going to leave him for a minute, though, right? To go meet with Elway first, and then bring him in? Because we don't want him to know everything, correct? Or are we just going to bring him now? And
I think you should come with us so we can keep an eye on him.
Okay.
And then if we need to talk,
I'm going to say, just to maybe help you make the decision, I'm planning on leaving as soon as possible, to get to my home, which is back in Midgard. So if it's quicker to just come with you, and then I can be gone. I just want to put that out there, just as a thing.
It's bold that you assume that we will let
Time and essences and such.
It's a bit bold that he assumes we're going to let him go home. But yes, let's grab it.
Yeah, if...
Well, he's lucky that we're not the bad guys.
Yeah. Yeah, I suppose it's just something else he's being willfully ignorant about.
Keep using that word. I do not know you know what the meaning is. All right, so
we go.
So we go.
All right.
Hey, we run to Zath in the hallway. Hey!
Oddly enough, yeah.
I have the biggest cup of coffee and donut you've ever seen.
Donut.
And I go...
It is glam, so like, it's
like a tankard, basically.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's like the Oktoberfest mug.
Yes.
But just coffee.
It's a Stein.
Yeah. It's a liter of coffee.
Okay, Farva.
Oh, I didn't know you guys were going to go see him.
Yeah, there's quite a bit has transpired since we met or ran into you in the inn. So we'll fill you in as we talk to. Yeah, I'm gonna say her name wrong. Way.
Lenway.
Yeah, her.
Okay.
We have a new friend too.
Hi.
Hi.
That's the spirit.
It's just like we're like awkwardly waiting outside the principal's office, like, doo.
Just unaware. Oh, hey! You're currently in the Hall of Offices. And so as you meet each other in the hall, you're heading back down the stairs, back down towards where the ballroom was, or where the ball was being held, and then further down the halls from that, past the dining room, there's the council room, which is actually where Elenway will be meeting. There's a large, like, conference banquet size table with a couple dozen chairs.
Oh, in the council room? Yeah, okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right, fair enough. So we cut through the dining room. Yeah.
Ooh, I see.
Not an elaborate spread, but a nice little tray of some like bacon and scones, some jam, and you see both Elenway and General Blackthorn.
That's who I'm talking about.
They're sitting there.
Do we want to detect poison on any of this, or
detect poison?
Well, yeah, just just
in case.
Same. The cooks,
Wait, is there food on the table?
Yeah, there's food. He just said bacon, scones.
Oh, sorry, I zoned.
A nice spread. It's a brunch, not brunch.
Oh yeah, it's brunch.
I will detect poison.
Okay,
sure.
Just checking.
Go for it.
No, you're right. It's smart. I cast detect poison and disease.
Okay. You get no pings from any kind of poison or disease from anything in the room, on the table. It is all safe to consume. And in fact, you already see General Blackthorn taking his knife and spreading some of the anohala, the fish stuff, and just like spreading it on a couple pieces of toasted bread.
All right, go off.
So
everything's fine.
Yeah, you detect no poison, but there is a firm aroma in the air from that.
The fish.
Mm-hmm.
Fish spread.
Sure. Is there any type of like fruit juice at this table, or something like that, like a fruit juice of some type?
Absolutely.
Great. I am going to grab a glass, and I'm going to make myself a mead mosa, which is one part mead, one part orange juice.
It's like a lingonberry juice.
Ooh, that sounds pretty good.
That does actually sound pretty good.
Like a hibiscus mead, you know?
Yeah. Fruity, a little tart.
I grab some type of like croissant-esque pastry or like roll, and I begin fashioning a breakfast sandwich.
Alrighty.
Or a brunch, not brunch sandwich.
As General Blackthorn gives each of you a very like stern and scanning nod in entering the room, Elenwe's gaze falls on Drogathar, perplexed as to why he's here.
And Rin's with us too, right?
And Rin is with you as well.
Prior to our thank you for meeting us this morning.
Thank you for bringing things to our attention.
We unexpectedly had a very active morning, which is why we have a guest with us.
2 guests with you.
Both of whom should have some information because both have previously and one currently work for the Goldspark.
Blackthorn immediately sets down the food. We're going to need some privacy. Give me a moment. He gets up, goes around to all of the doors and locks them. Comes back and sits down, says, "Begin." For brevity, you explain all the things and the information exchange.
It's like, I have that ledger.
Yes.
Oh, hey, I've seen that.
So we give you the ledger. Pluck it.
And I take out the original that I made the night before. And I go, I can read this.
Oh.
I didn't just study my genealogy last night. I did other things.
You did not sleep.
I know. I have not.
So
I'm a little frantic and like kind of jittery.
So the ledger that we found in the desk, I
already have, and mine's the original, and your guys is the copy that I had made last night because I wanted to make sure that Drogthar didn't like.
That's right. She went through his desk. I forgot about that.
That was like a whole day ago.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like probably like 8 hours ago, but
yeah.
Well, yeah, that was
But
But you already did it. You already deciphered it and everything.
Well, I mean, it's a list of basically how he runs his money through the groups that he spends it out. It's his ledger of bad stuff. So there's, I think, 4 other groups I decided in town. And then, but I don't know who they are or what they're doing. Well, I can kind of know what they're doing, but.
So then now we can question Tootlebear, or Drogathar. Sorry.
Tootlebear.
Sorry.
So.
No, that's right.
Names don't matter.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. We can, but now that you know that it's for the groups, we can.
I feel like we turn this over to Blackthorn, and he can.
Yeah, he as soon as the ledger comes out, he moves his chair all the way around to where you are and is poring over every single line and correlating things that he has intelligence on from his own guards in the city. At one point, he even mentions, like, I'm intrigued to know how some of these things are happening without our knowing. It's impressive. I don't mean that as a compliment, but I can respect it.
Drogathar mentioned that there might be there was the accusation made that one of the council members is in the pocket of Goldspark.
Not present company.
Not present company excluded. So that they're turning a blind eye to what's going on.
They will have to be dealt with. Known or not, any kind of payment to subvert their role in the council should not and will not be tolerated. It seems like we've underestimated this threat from the Ga more than we were aware.
It's pretty serious.
At this point, I go Luther, the anger translator, and we told you so. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay. Oh, I.
See, that's what happens when I have Mountain Dew. Yeah, so
We've always seen it as more of a Svartalheim problem than, well, not problem, but responsibility, since it does lie within their kingdom, and each kingdom should be responsible for what happens within its borders. But if this has truly bled its way into all of the kingdoms and is affecting the entirety of the realm, then I believe that makes the decision for us that we will aid in whichever way we can.
excellent. So the council member that Dragathar is accused is Thule. Just so you know that. Dragathar does want to leave the Goldspark and wants to return to his home in Midgard?
Midgard.
Mm-hmm.
Midgard.
Yeah. So we'll leave that up to you, whether you're going to allow him to leave or not. He did say that he can suspend and hold off communication with the Goldspark for a few days, a week, before they start getting suspicious and send somebody to investigate, so to speak.
Wouldn't we want them to send somebody so we can get them and then get the next bigger head fish?
If they plan on keeping a foothold here within the city borders, then it seems to reason that the moment their communication is interrupted, they would send someone else in his stead. Perhaps he can be of further use before returning to his home.
Well, this useful idiot is
It's all yours.
for you to do. He did also admit to sending the assassins last night. So, if that it gives probable cause.
Blackthorn looks at Drogthar and says, "It was you and sent them." Drogthar is just, "Yes." Blackthorn just smacks him across the back of the head. Yes. Sends his head into the table just like a... Oh. Like, you have much to atone for before you get to go anywhere. But that's for later. In the moment, we need to coordinate efforts. We've got the ledger. We have someone who can maintain lines of communication. And as far as we know, the Goldspark is unaware. We have the upper hand. It's my favorite hand. We'll send messages to our contacts in Svartalheim and Vanaheim to meet you at Salt Steps. We can send a small guard detail to accompany you. The best way to get there, I would say, is...
Yeah, there's two paths.
There are two ways to get from here into Svartalheim. One is the northern pass, brings you just across the base of Mount Tinnaben. It's shorter, but it is a bit more difficult to traverse. The other, you would have to go south and then west through a mountain pass, bring you, I'd probably add about 3 days to the journey if you took Fend Pass.
What's your suggestion?
Well, if you're looking to be expeditious, Mount Tinnaben would be the most direct.
What's the safest?
The one that goes through Fen Pass.
Fend. That's the more traveled road.
Okay.
We could be ambushed, though, with the pass.
We could discuss that before we go. I don't know if we should say which way we're going in front of anyone
Tootlebear,
who would
yeah.
be in contact with the Goldspark.
Safe.
Gragathar.
Safe. Smart. Like it.
Before we take off for the salt steps, do we want to address the lighting of the beacons?
Yeah. Did we hear?
Lighting the beacons and trying to get all the beacons set up to fight the holes in the Gaw. Did we do that yet? Because I don't think we covered that with Elway yet. And Lindway?
Elenway?
There you go.
Got
You
it
got
that time.
You got it.
I think we mentioned it with the... when we first got here.
With, not Bob. Who was the
There was
other one?
a brief discussion about beacons being lit, knowing Long Haul, and being tied into the communications of what your missions have been. We're aware.
Okay.
And we can
Coordinate
facilitate
that.
and coordinate.
All right.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Just checking off the list. Making sure we're good. Chick-tack. All right.
I'm gonna ask Linway if she knows where Lanthier lives in the city.
Well, if you want to know where he lives, it's further up in the Nobles District. I wouldn't say that he's necessarily living anywhere in his particular abode. He tends to maneuver around in the city.
Okay.
Is he drunk?
I don't know. I spent time last night after getting the ledger going through the.
If you're looking to find him soon, he's most likely somewhere staying in the royal apartments.
Okay.
That's interesting.
I don't know. I just know that I'm slightly, possibly related to the man. So.
Oh, okay. Cool.
You're related to
Wow.
Lanthier.
Yes. So, I have one of the things that I came to Jotunheim was to figure out who my parents were, and I finally got a good lead on it. Bob helped me last night go through a lot of your guys' genealogy reports, and so I believe I am, or there's a possibility that I am the daughter of Nolwe Lormist.
You see both Lenway and General Blackthorn start like exchanging glances like, oh shit.
But it's not.
Interesting.
Yeah, so I don't know what that means exactly, but I do know I'm just trying to figure things out.
Have you do you have a relationship with Lanthier at all? Have you never met him?
I didn't know who my parents were or who I was even distantly related till I was in Theod.
So just maybe brace yourselves and adjust any kind of images you might have.
Oh, I'm not looking for like a
He's
parental figure.
just-
I have one of those. It's more of just a.
It's definitely not that.
It's more of just a trying to figure out who I came from type thing.
Okay. Sure. Just, you know what? I'm going to let that be a surprise for you. I think it's going to be really, really great.
I'm so buzzed on caffeine right now that it's
Just
just
really
not
great. I love this journey for you.
Okay.
Emmerich wipes away a tear, remembering his fallen parents.
I mean, I was raised by like a hag, so I can't really say much.
A hag would have been lovely.
I mean, she was a night elf witch, so.
Well, can't all be winners.
She was really nice, though.
That's the important part.
Made the best
Brunch, I'm
meat
saying
pies.
is, it sounds like you've had quite an experience of life and be an interesting story. You should write a book.
Never actually thought of that.
I just give a glance to Brandon.
So, when do you think would be the soonest we could leave? If, we want to get out of the city quickly? Yes? Good?
Is this Rin talking?
Yes.
Is he going? Is he going with us?
I mean, if you need a hand with things, I could be useful.
That's your.
I think as a
We've worked
group,
together before, and
I mean, we're
think
also
we could-
bringing along a small army of giants, right?
Small army of giants. Love what you did there.
It's good. Ha!
I believe Emmerich's. That is.
That's
Up to
fine.
you.
That's up to you. I'm merely just making it known that I would like to help in whatever way that you've helped me. I would like to help you. You don't have to accept my help. I'm just offering it.
Is this
is
something
all.
that eats at
Just-
you?
I mean, my suggestion would be Bryn takes over the eyes and ears as the Gold Sparks person. If he's willing to do something, he already has connections. And say that he's the one who found everything out and got Drogthar messed up.
I did kind of facilitate
He did.
And then,
all of
Yeah,
this.
Rin totally finked out Dragathar.
yeah, so he's our double agent. And that's if you're willing to do it.
Oh, double agent. That is more than one agent, so I suppose that could be my role. I could stay here and coordinate
And then you just give us the heads up. And
for what a consultant's fee go for these days?
Oh, okay.
Just-
Now,
I mean, that would be a
really-
question
That's-
for the
You're
Yelp
really-
I mean, we can talk about that with
I was
General and
really
I could have
hoping that you were on
conversation.
kind of an arc there, kind of a.
just look. No, don't get me wrong.
Nope.
I want to
There's
do
no,
good, but
you can't.
there also needs to
Nah,
be. It's
I
a
really- I just-
reciprocation.
Thought you were
of-
kind of turning a leaf there, kind of, but. Still,
If he's going to be in danger, he should be compensated.
well,
It's a hazard
I
pay.
think he has some atoning.
Can I just do a little bit of I don't want to shoot full on lightning strike, but I just want to do a kind of a little, just a
little.
just to kind of send a little bit of charge through the room, if you will.
Okay. So not like directly.
No.
So basically, you're
anybody,
sneezing
just-
at him.
If it could be a hiss, it would be a hiss, but it's an electric.
A little more of a crackle, like a
Crackle.
Tesla coil.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah, absolutely.
A zap.
because
Good zap.
it's because again, he's lying, so the amount of static electricity in the air will cause him to kind of poof a little,
A little.
just a little.
Just take him down a peg.
Yeah,
So
just-
basically, you're
just-
static
yeah.
shocking his mane. So it
Pretty
freaks
much,
out.
yeah.
Okay.
That's
Just
what I'm
Ow.
doing.
A little
Hell yeah.
humbling here going on.
Do I need to roll anything, or are you just gonna let me?
I'd say, yeah, because you're not going for like a full attack. You basically like that pre-cast, that just the spark. You let the charge build around you.
And you can all kind of feel it because you can just feel like that hum. Because I'm getting it right now. I can feel the little hairs start to stand up just a little bit. Your bees start to can sense it, so they start to hum just a little because they can feel it in the air.
And then...
Yeah, from anything that's not being held down by any kind of armor or clothing is now just yes. Maybe I'll just I could wait. Apologies. Read the room.
We'll let you know whether you are staying or going with us in a minute. He starts licking his paws.
Just
what if?
Huh? What, Icafan?
Sorry, as soon as we found out the sort of widespread breadth of the spark, I've been a bit lost. Not only are we dealing with, this far-reaching threat across the land, but now I also have to worry about whether or not, every facet of our life has been infiltrated in some way here and abroad and back at home. What if instead of coming with us, I venture back to Nidvali with it and start disposing of the spark that is rooted back in my homeland?
Is that what you would like to do?
The concern has raised quite a bit, yes. And if he insists on making himself useful, then perhaps that might be the best course of action.
Well, you are not beholden to stay with us. I mean, we found you.
I will be back.
Okay.
But this will take quite some time.
We found you in the midst of a journey.
A quest of your own, which you have fulfilled.
I'm quite worried that, things might not quite be right. And, if I wait much longer, not only will there be an issue there, but also with my bees. After we'd found the flower, I simply don't think the hive on my back is enough for them. And that's what I came up here initially to do.
Okay.
So are you wanting to take Rin with you then?
If that is the best use of them, yeah.
It's been quite some time since I've been to Nidvakir. It would be good to see mountains, I guess.
Oh, we won't be going to the mountains, per se.
Is that a euphemism?
Sure. However you want to take it.
I mean, look, it... there's an 18 on insight against you for trying to figure out what the hell did you mean. He has no idea.
That's fine. We're going underground. He doesn't have to see the mountains.
We're going under.
Yeah.
The land down under.
So Icafan, are you comfortable with Rin traveling with you, knowing the background and his potential to draw Goldspark's attention as you travel? Just being you and him.
Actually kind of hoping for it.
Okay.
It'll make it a lot easier to find them if they come after us first.
All right. Fair enough then.
Fair.
Fair enough.
Worms to be bait. Got it.
No. More like a fly trap. There's no bait besides the fact that the people entering us, or entering our situation, are in much more danger.
Well, you do catch more flies with honey.
Ooh.
I see what you did there.
Oh.
Bees and honey.
Hey.
Nice.
With the flies, yes.
God.
I think we can make this work. I can travel with you back to your homeland to ensure its safety and security.
And once we get things sorted, we can, all problems on my side of things are all put away. Then I will be back with even more reinforcements. And whatever is to come, we'll be able to face it unified.
I wonder if they're still in town, but there were a couple of dwarves that you had seen me with on the road prior that they're very capable in a
Insight
scrap.
check.
And I'm sure they would love to maybe get home. I don't know if they have family there or not. I mean, they're brothers.
I rolled a natural 20 on insight.
Yes.
Is he being truthful?
About the dwarves?
About the dwarves. Are they capable? Does he actually want to travel with them? Does he even know anything about their home?
Oh, he's being very honest that he knows that they are capable. He hired them to do some work previously, but all he knows about them are their names, that they're brothers, and that they're dwarves. That is it. He is
that sounds about
service
right.
level. He had not made any kind of personal connection with them. But with the natural 20, I'd say the enthusiasm in which it was brought up seemed like a very fleeting, genuine thought for someone else that did not have to do directly with him.
Sure. I'm mulling it over. I'm like, wow, it was between this and travel back down alone. And I don't know which one's going to be better at this point.
What are you doing?
So that's a 16 in intimidation. So I pull Rin aside, just, out of earshot of everybody. And I tell him, if anything befalls of Icafan or his hive, and you are directly responsible for it, you know what will happen.
Understood.
Fair enough. And then I just, I come back around and finish eating my scone with some jam.
And I finished my sandwich. It's a good sandwich.
It's the real thick cut bacon.
Nice. I find some loose fruit and put it near the hive for the bees to just munch on.
There's some kind of a melon slices and
Cantaloupe or honeydew?
kind of like an in between, like some kind of a mix between the two.
A cantaloupe?
Yeah,
A honeylope.
a honeylope. There you go.
It's always the second choice. That's better. The bit. It's been refined. Yeah, well, I think that settles it.
Okay.
Well, with that, we can coordinate between the information that we have about the weather, the conditions of the roads. General Blackthorn can set up his crew to come with you. We can depart as early as this evening, if necessary.
Do you guys have a treasury that you keep magical items, like a sending stone perhaps, that we can keep in touch with you or anything of that nature? Just wondering.
Direct communication?
Yes, that way no one else can really listen in, type thing.
We can see what we have.
Okay.
We should be able to find something of the sort. You do have a sending stone that you can use with long haul.
Yes. See, I didn't know if it was like a walkie-talkie, like you each had their pair, or if they're more just a general cell phone.
I'd say that there's ways to link multiples and then enchant them in particular fashions, so you can. It's like a
network of enchantments.
I was going to say it's like the little cell phones that you get for little kids that you can only have
three numbers.
Yeah, you only get 3 numbers. You can only have 3 stones.
Yep.
Gotcha. Okay.
You can only call 3 people. These 3 people are programmed.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
So
you need to do it by carving these intricate runes that kind of resemble the English letter G into the back of the phone 5 times. Or the sending stone, rather, 5 times.
Yeah.
You got to have 5 Gs.
Absolutely.
If you have 5G, the sending stone can bounce between the different networks.
Can you hear me
Because
now?
5 is a magic number.
Or I thought it would be more like the rune of the Bluetooth.
Can you hear me now?
And
Rude.
yeah, also the Bluetooth rune. Yeah, special runes.
Can you hear me now?
Can you hear me now?
The reception's really bad in Italy.
Well, do we want to leave this evening, or do we want to wait till daybreak tomorrow?
Do we have anything else in town we need to do?
Well, you want to go find...
I don't know if I want to
Okay,
anymore.
well, so I guess that's the question is, do you want to leave this eve, or do we want to wait till daybreak, or what shall we do?
Well,
Icafan, when are you out?
I mean, it's still pretty early in the day. This is not quite lunch, but...
Brunch, not lunch.
Brunch, not lunch. So, I mean, we could leave this afternoon and head whatever. I mean, I'm in no rush to separate and move on our way, but...
I mean, I'm not gonna lie.
It feels like
sleep.
the timing of all of this is nebulous. And the faster that we can get it done, the better.
You could probably go and take your long rest now and still be ready to go in the evening.
Valid.
It's early. This is 9:30, 10 a.m.
Let's pack up and head out as soon as possible.
All right.
Seems like everything here has been, at least for the most part, tied up. And the only thing in question is, when can the troops start marching with you?
Yep.
Did we decide which way we're gonna go? Through the hard or easy route?
Is anyone still in earshot, or are we walking away at this point?
Up to you. The council chamber that you're in is quite large, so if you wanted to move to one side of the room for a more private conversation, just y'all, you absolutely can.
All right, so yeah, we'll go into one corner, and I know speed is of the essence, time wise, but I feel better if we would go the safer route. But that's me.
From what I read last night about my possible parents and everything, I guess they got lost in Fen Pass, and that's where they were found. And I was found by hunters, and then I was taken to where I grew up in Fen Pass. That's where I was found.
So that means you want to go that way, or you don't want to go that way?
I mean, I think it might be interesting, but I don't think I'm going to find any clues necessarily in a mountain.
Familiarity with the area?
Yeah, but I know I'm not from around there. Am I from around there? I'm from close to there, aren't I?
Near-ish.
Yeah.
You've been through there a time or two.
Yeah, so I know that area decently well.
Okay.
The pass.
Because I'm from Svartalheim.
My only concern going that way is the pass mountainy pass, ambushes. I've seen too many cowboy movies. I know you don't know what cowboy movies are, but ambushes.
Are they like a weird dragon subset or?
Exactly.
Oh, okay. I mean, I feel like as long as we go and we can either be, if we're having a small army of giants come with us, I feel like no one's really gonna mess with us.
Well, trouble tends to find us if you haven't noticed.
I mean, we could always get horses and just run our way through. That's like a cowboy, right? They have horses?
Yeah, cowboys have horses.
Oh.
Giddy up. Can you... she can ride a giant horse. I don't know if I could. Do giants have horses?
I'm assuming we have horses.
They're more like moose.
Oh, like Thranduil, what he...
Yeah, moose, elk. There's the large, ox yak type creatures that you guys saw up in
Delivering
Rim.
the cheese, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we can do that too. If we can ask if they have.
Well, I'm just thinking if he said it adds 3 more days walking, but if we're riding, it should be quicker still.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And we'd only need 3 because Paekis isn't going to add any weight to any. You're not going to get your own, giant moose unless you want one.
I don't need one.
Just put you in the
Paekis would just be sitting up on top of the head,
Yep.
just holding up the
Ears.
the horn,
My feet. laying
antlers.
How about
down
we
the
just
nose.
put you a little hammock? And just...
Between the ears.
Yes.
But I feel like that would be the quickest way.
Yep, they'll let us. If we could possibly get a couple animals. I can handle animals. I got animal handling.
I'll go either way. I was leaning towards the shorter route, but I'll go either way.
Barrick, what do you think?
We know what Barrick likes.
Barrick wants the.
I think that if we're going, we should probably take the way that's going to bring us through where the most things could happen.
That's
short
what I
route.
thought was
Long-
going to happen.
No, the longer road is more chances for something to happen.
Oh, the longer road.
The longer road is
Well,
with
of
more
course.
time passes, more things can happen.
Okay.
No one explained density to Barrack. We can just let him think this way.
Thought for a minute there we
I
were
mean,
going to be on the
besides-
same page, but
And besides, Barrick wants to ride a moose.
yes.
Beric
That
the
would be
Moose
weird.
Rider.
Of course, Barrick the Moose Rider. The tamer of moose. Tamer of Mises?
Pieces.
Do we even want to bring
I
a
think-
small army of giants with us, or do you think it would go faster?
Of course we want the army of giants, or small band of
Well,
giants.
Yeah, it'd be
2 or 4?
a couple of 2 trees.
2 trees.
Yeah, giants step, many times the width of our step in a single step. So they wouldn't slow you down at all.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we take Fen Pass with some. If we can get the animals, we'll take Fen Pass. If we can't, we take the shorter route.
Now I'm confused.
Fen Pass is longer, but if we have animals, it'll be equal time.
Okay.
So if we can't get moose or animals to ride, we'll take the shorter one,
Okay.
the northern one.
All right.
Because the idea would be is that we'd arrive in the same amount of time.
Okay. I'm in.
Sounds good. All right, talk to the giants and then, or ask them if we can get some horses or moose or.
Peace.
I'll go up to Blackthorn and explain kind of how we came to the decision, and ask him if he has 3 or 4 animals that would be able to make the crossing, along with his band of giants he wants to send with us.
We're aware that you're capable of doing quite a bit on your own. But to ensure excess safety, at least until we get to the borders of Jotunheim, we can send 2 of our soldiers with you. As far as either route, that is up to you.
And then does he have animals that we could borrow to make it quicker if we take the Fen Pass route? Or buy?
Don't talk about buying. Don't know if we got that much gold.
There are some animals that are used for transporting purposes that could be rented, but I don't know if you would necessarily need them. It's not a difficult journey. It's a fairly well-traveled road to get from here to Fen Pass, and even up towards Mount Tinnabin. If you're looking to expedite your travel, you can go through Thon, which will take you north. That is the most direct and quickest way if you're looking to get into Svartalheim and up to Salt Steps. But the closer you get to the mountain range, the less there is a road and more of just a path. So you would have to travel on foot, and animals are not going to be able to help in that particular region. Getting from here to Thon is a stroll, even on foot. We can even provide a convoy to just bring you there.
And then it's basically just backpacking straight up into Salt Steps and...
I mean, it's not that steep.
I meant like...
So it's a good incline, but it's not...
So
Well, do
there's
we wanna do-
technically 3 ways.
Do we want to do the shortest possible way?
There's 3 ways, possibly. Oh, Lord.
Okay, let's do that.
Okay.
And we'll set off this evening.
We can have everything ready to go. We can even provide you with some provisions for the journey,
Thank you.
as well as any additional supplies that you might need. You can request them, and we will make sure to get them gathered.
All right, shortest route. Most direct.
But you don't have to worry about any dragon ambushes.
Why are dragons gonna ambush us?
No, you're
No,
cowboys.
You were talking about
We're not going through a
cowboys.
pass.
Yeah, I know. But I have other concerns now.
Oh.
But it's okay. In the immortal words of... I've got a bad feeling about this.
Emmerich worries a lot.
It's what I do.
Emmerich is a
You
worrier.
drink and you know things.
I drink and I know things.
Is there a
and I
reason that we
worry.
didn't know about this 3rd route?
Well, we were asking like the best way to go, and this is just the most like boop. It's like taking the,
Yeah, the one-
back roads instead of the highway to get somewhere.
Thon is the town that's right near Tinnabin. So as you, it's like the last little town before you cross the border, kind of thing.
Okay. I'm just confused as to why we had the mountains and then the long route, but no one said anything about the 3rd route till just now.
It's not a 3rd route. What you're thinking of as the 3rd route is the 1st route.
It's the shorter route.
The shorter route.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Oh.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
So we are
got
going through
confused.
the
I-
mountains.
Yeah, so
there
we're
was
doing
an
the
extra
mountains.
name that got added in there, and
Yep.
that was my bad.
So
Gotcha.
we are going through
Yeah,
the mountains.
we're taking the first one.
We don't have to.
No, we're good. Hey,
We'll take Fen Pass on the way back.
Yeah.
if we come back.
We're coming
If
back.
we make it through the mountains.
So you say.
I don't care which way we go.
No, I'm good. Like I said, it's an adventure. Let's do it.
Literally.
Tomorrow, or this evening, let us adventure.
Fantastic.
I will get everything set up.
You can gather all of your equipment and supplies and anything else that you may need before embarking on a journey.
I want to head back to the Ironwood Temple to pay respects to Brother Spruce.
Yeah.
And because it's still a holy place, right? Like,
yeah.
So then I would, spend a moment in meditation
And thoughtful contemplation of nature and the resilience.
after I'm all packed up, of course.
I'm gonna go sleep, but before I fall asleep, I'm gonna write a letter to Landthier, explaining how he might possibly be my great-great-grandfather, and if he's so inclined on meeting me next time I pass through Jotunheim, and I'll tell him like where I'm going, and just kind of be like, might be your great-great-granddaughter.
Hey, dude.
You don't know me, or
bro.
probably have any care.
Hey, bro.
But think you're my dad's dad, or my mom's dad, my mom's dad. I don't know.
Whoa.
Yeah, great.
Yeah, mom's dad.
Mom's dad?
Yeah, my mom's. Yeah. Anyway,
Tom
but then I'll
Watson's.
ask the innkeeper to send it to his house, and then I'll tell him that if he wants to reply, to send it to the council people, and then they can officially, like, through the sending stones that we got figured out, kind of go from there.
Okay.
And then I pass out.
Nice little pre-journey power coma.
I mean, I'm exhausted, so.
Well, I believe that is where we will end it for this evening before heading out on your journey this evening. So we will see everybody next time. The next leg and possibly final travel of this campaign. You guys are almost there. Getting real close.
And we bid adieu to Icafan and his fire bees.
It's been a pleasure.
Farewell, Icafan. We will see you again.
Not before, though,
Perhaps.
we get a flask of fire brandy or...
Oh, Barrick absolutely asks for whatever amount of mead you can spare.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course he does. I'll come back with a barrel of mead. Don't you worry.
That's what I like to hear.
I just want a little bit to get me through.
It's gonna get real cold up in the...
That's why I want it.
Good thing I have those.
That's the real reason I'm not coming.
warming
It's not that I have other things that I need to do back home. I don't like the cold.
You just don't like cold. That's fair enough, fair enough.
Too chilly for me.
Well, Icafan, until our paths meet again.
Until our paths meet again, what?
Don't die.
Yeah, don't die.
Yeah, okay, perfect. I was waiting for the end of that phrase.
And if you die, let me know so I can kill Rin.
Oh, absolutely. I wouldn't have it any other way.
Perfect.
Fantastic. Well, we'll see you all next time. Thank you so much. Bye.